Hello, how are y'all doing today? I wanted to make a video. I was supposed to make one probably about 4 or 5 days ago now, and I realized a problem that I had, and I had to spend a little bit of time thinking on it. And I wanted to speak with you guys about this today as well. Um, just some tips and tricks of things I've learned to help with this problem. And that is when you start getting sucked back into yourself, into the person that you do not want to be. In my case, it is I do not wish to hold anger throughout the day. I do not wish to be angry at any point. I wish to be kind to people, and the person that I was before, when I was in the military and things of that sort, I found myself quite angry quite often. And one of my one of the situations that can happen in my life that reverts me back to that person is when I am in an environment where people are also being sour or people are also being rude. And I've gotten to the point now where I can withhold that feeling, that emotion that comes out of me in those moments for a long time. Um, but I've recently found myself in a place that I have to be in nearly daily, and quite hippie of me to say, but they have a very negative vibe just the entire time. If anything happens, people yell at people, and it really sours the soul of even the best of people. But besides that, I wanted to talk again about how to find yourself in that situation, how to recognize it, and how to get yourself back on track of whatever your goals are. Again, in my case, my goals are self-centeredness, relaxation. I do not wish to be angry. I do not wish to be sad. I want to accept things as they come. And a way that I have learned to get myself back on track is to remind myself that I am the one that's in charge. Just like we spoke about in the first video and several since then, the showers, the, you know, giving yourself chores, things that you should be doing daily, weekly, whatever it happens to be, giving yourself these tasks and then sticking to them. Nothing is worse in a situation than breaking your own promises to yourself. And so holding yourself accountable for those things is important because it builds the notion inside of yourself that you are the one that makes the rules. You are the one that's in control. So in my situation, it's exactly what I said. I like working out, taking the cold showers, and doing chores and making sure that I'm doing the chores. And making sure I'm doing all three. And something I didn't say on the video where I was talking of the cold showers is while you're taking that, whether it's the last 30 seconds of your shower, whether it's the entire shower, while you're doing that, you need to keep in your mind, because you're not going to enjoy it. You're probably never going to enjoy it. I mean, there's certainly times where I find myself enjoying it, but it's in a way of the realization of self-control. That's my enjoyment that comes out of it, because in the moment when your body feels that cold water approach, and you feel your physical self attempt to recoil away from it, and you choose inside of your brain to not do it, it's not going to hurt you. It's going to be cold. And in 30 seconds, in 15 seconds, you're going to be exiting the shower and drying off, and you're back to being warm again. So the point for all of this is when you find yourself off track, you have to have things that you return to, your baselines. What kind of person do you want to be? Find the easiest tasks and pursue those every single day. Because if you allow yourself to become complacent again, you're going to find yourself slowly relapsing into the person that you were attempting to navigate from in the beginning. Now, ways to identify when you have fallen into these holes again, when you have relapsed, is to, I believe it was either the second or third video, I spoke about learning yourself, learning your emotions, learning how it is that you feel, how it is that you think when you're experiencing those emotions, when you're experiencing those thoughts, whatever it happens to be, and becoming aware of them. I know how I feel when I get angry, and I know how I feel when I get sad and happy, and so on and so forth. And so recently I've been realizing, over the past week or so, I've found myself feeling the feelings of anger more than, I believe this week, more than 3 times, and it's already Wednesday, or it's only Wednesday. And I find myself not desiring that emotion, during my good times, where over the last year to 3 years that I've been doing this, I've recognized those patterns, those emotions that I do not want in my life, coming back more and more seldomly. And the reason for that is because I become aware of it and I practice at it. And again, I'm not perfect, and nobody will be perfect. But identifying those emotions when they arise again, and then allowing yourself to know that you are in control enough to retry and get yourself back on track, that is very, very important. One last note I would like to say is, do not be discouraged. This is your fight, and it's only yours. In these situations, even if you've told someone about your journey, they're not going to fully understand it unless they have gone through it themselves. Most people that I have interacted with, most people that haven't gone through these transformations, that aren't on that path, they're either not going to notice that you are falling off, not because they don't care, but because they don't know. So they're not going to notice that you're falling off, or they prefer that other part of you, which that's a conversation for yourself. You decide whether or not this person is worth having in your life, and if the answer is yes, but they still prefer that other side of you, you need to speak with them. You don't have to tell everyone everything, but allowing the people close to you to help you is very, very important. Not understanding that you cannot win a war alone, and that's exactly what you're attempting to do by not allowing the people closest to you, at least one person, to be aware of the things that you're doing. It feels, everybody's different, but for the people that feel that fear of telling people things, of communicating with people, communication is healthy. It may not always be necessary, and that's where the control comes in. But evaluating your choices and learning from them is one of the major points to life. And I just wanted to thank you guys for watching the videos and being here with me and learning with me. I wish you all the best, and if you have any questions, if there's anything that you want to know, if you don't feel like using Google, or you used it and the answers aren't coming up, ask. Obviously pertaining to these situations, but ask, and I will do my due diligence. If I don't know, I will search and I will find you the answer. Remember, again, I believe in you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day.